It is Tuesday, June the 12th. Joe and I were having it out just now. Not really. I asked Joe if he knows what the plural of cactus is. And he came pretty close, but not quite. And I said it's one cactus, two cacti. And what did Joe say? What you say?
Cactitos.
No, you said that to play around. You came pretty close to cacti. But you said why? Why is it not? You said why is it not? Cactuses.
Cactuses. More than one.
And actually that is not a bad question, I'm telling you. So it's kind of warm already on the trail. I don't know how far we'll get because this heat will kill us. Joe, we need an umbrella. We need an umbrella for walk.
Sombrero.
Sombrero, yeah. Sombrero would be better than the umbrella, we say. Yeah, they put an addition on the back and then upstairs. That's what Joe would like to do with my house because we have all that backyard. Put an addition, put an upstairs. But I don't want no two-story house. They're hard to sell. That's where I set it, in the crack. You guys already know I'm not finna leave my camera out here. How come you never put on shots today? Grab what you had? It's a beautiful day, guys, but it's already getting a little bit too warm, so we don't want to chance it. We're going back. I think we did a mile one way. When we get back, it'll be about 2 miles. That's good. There's some type of disease called Newcastle disease that's killing the birds here. Oh, there we go, huh? I touched the heart and it go up with my plate. I guess my plate is joining up with the thing. It says 2.6 miles, 7,002 steps, Joe. I just got through recording a show for the cooking channel. My left heel is hurting so much ever since we went on that walk this morning, guys, but I'm sucking it up. I wanted you guys to know that I have some ricotta for sale. This is the size. I don't know the price yet. I have to ask Daddy. I only got 2 boxes. The box only holds 12, so there's only 24 for sale. So if you like the ricotta, snatch it up now because it's going to be gone because I'm not going to sell out of my lot, all right? I also have the pepper sauces for sale. This bottle by itself like this should be like $5, but I don't want to sell it loose like this. I want to sell it by the case, and I only have like 17 cases for sale, and the case of 12 large ones is only $39 plus the shipping. I think, you know what? I'm having an idea right here on camera. I think I should go to the farmers market that they have over here in town and get a little booth and sell these. You guys, I gotta find out how much it would cost to get a booth. I don't think I would need a food handler's license because I'm not handling it, I'm just selling it. It's already sealed. Let me see if it has expiration because I better sell these things quickly. Oh, we're good. July 28, 2020. We good, guys, we good. I can sell 17 cases by then, don't you think? What's my camera doing pointing that way? Let me turn this camera this way. I'm really loving this camera, by the way. It's not overheating or anything. So I went on the trail this morning and I only walked like the 2 miles or 2 point something miles, or because my heel was starting to hurt and it was hot. I told Joe we might have to start going on a trail in the evening time when the sun is already setting and not go too far out of bounds and just come back. I suppose we'll find people over there in the evening times too, right? So let me tell you what happened. Tracy girl, I called you this morning to tell you what happened, but it went to your voicemail, and let me tell you, you had me fooled with that voicemail. You're like, hey, I've been waiting on you to call me. I'm like, but I called, Tracy, I called. And found out I'm talking to your voicemail. Joe laughed at me, but I punched him. But anyways, I called that man, this one, from Author Inc. See, these people right here. Published by Author Inc., 505 Paradise Road, yada yada. I called him today. I'm getting ready to send out that letter, certified return receipt. And it was really eating away at me that he would receive this letter, sign for it, and I would not be able to get through to him to let him know what I know. So I had to call. But don't worry, Tracy, I stayed true to the letter that we wrote. And so I didn't call and act like, oh, we're friends and you hurt me. And no, I didn't do that. I called up from my Google phone number first, and that will use random numbers to call you, so he didn't pick up the call. So then I just said, screw it, I'm gonna call from my cell phone. He knows my cell phone. I'm probably the only one that calls him from California anyways. So I called him up and he answered the phone. To my surprise, he answered the phone. So I said, Ed, and he goes, because he says hello, and I said, Ed, and he goes, yes. And I said, Ed, this is Barbara in California, how are you? And he goes, oh, hi Barbara, what's up? And so I said, Ed, we need to talk. And he says, okay. And I said, the deal that you and I made when I published my books with you, I said, that deal said that whatever you sell it to me for and the retail price, that's the profit, right? And that we would split that half-half, right? And he goes, yeah. And I said, okay, I did give you permission to distribute through Amazon, right? And he says, yes. And I said, why is it that I'm not seeing any money off of my book sales? Honestly, I said, Ed, I have been monitoring you for the past 6 months. And I spoke slowly like this. I didn't speak fast and loud. I was slow and low. I said, and I know for a fact that you have been selling nothing less than 120 books a month through Amazon. I said, I know that Amazon is the seller, and there are a bunch of third-party sellers there too. I don't know where they came from, but you told me you were going to sell it at barnesandnoble.com and amazon.com, and that we were going to share in these residuals. Even at your website, you said that you pay out more royalties. Your company pays out more royalties than any other book writing or publishing type company. And I stopped, give him a chance to talk, right? I'm not going to overtalk him. And so he's like, well, you know, Barbara, and that's how he talks slowly. There's a threshold that you have to meet. And I said, and I have been meeting it. I said, the threshold for Amazon is $10. I said, I'm an Amazon influencer, and I also sell on Amazon. You know I don't sell on Amazon, but he don't need to know that, right? I said, and the same tools that you use as a seller on Amazon are the same tools that I have access to, and they are the same tools that I'm using. So you know that I know what you're doing. And so he's all like, well, I'm really gonna have to get an audit of what's going on at Amazon. I said, well, you do that because you're the one that put it to Amazon for sale. But what I want from you, Ed, is my own audit. I want an audit from you, for you to show me what Amazon has paid you throughout these years, because it's been 6.5 years. I said, put yourself in my shoe. You're a brand new artist. I was screwed already by somebody else that was doing my small change diet book. I was getting $6 a year from those people. Came to you, told you my story. You told me how that would change. I did my cookbook with you. I redid my diet book with you. I did Jada's book with you. I didn't give him permission to distribute Jada's book because by then I was already getting pissed with him. I said, and for 6.5 years, you see no royalties? I said, you gave me $60 one time 6.5 years ago. And when I called screaming a few months ago, you gave me $788, for which I'm grateful. I'm not ungrateful for that. I'm very grateful for that, because that's my hard blood, sweat, and tears. You said it was for 150 books. You see how much I should be getting, guys, if he's selling between 120 and 175? You know, for the books, I should be getting anywhere between $600 to $800 a month. That could pay my mortgage. That could make a big difference in my life now that I have no income. You know, so I didn't tell him all of that, though. I stayed true to form. And he said, just put yourself in my shoe. How would you like for somebody to rip you off like this? I said, because you are a thief. You are definitely ripping me off. I know you're going to jump up and backpedal and wonder what Amazon is doing and what Amazon has told me. I said, just know that I know. He never once denied it. He never once said, Barbara, you're wrong. Whatever you're using, that can't be true. Because honestly, I'm only selling 10 books once in a blue moon. We literally only sold 150 books in 2017, like I told you. And I don't know where you're getting this information from. He did none of that. He stammered and he stuttered and he backpedaled until he got to the point where he wanted me off the phone, because I kept pausing for him to talk. And he said, well, why don't you let me look into all of this and get back in touch with you? I knew that was the royal kiss off, so I was ready with my response, and I said, you have 10 days. And he says, what? I said, you have 10 days to get back with me. And he says, well, do legal action if that's what you need to do. And I said, okay, I will. So What I'm going to go do now after I tape this segment is go to the post office and send that letter, certified return receipt. The letter says basically the same thing I just told you that I told him on the phone. And I don't think I'm going to get any money out of this guy unless you're a lawyer and you're watching me and you want to come defend me and get some money. Step up and say something. I need a lawyer that can handle contracts and royalties. I don't even know that it's contracts because it was all verbal. It was all verbal. And he really and truly has screwed me over royally for 6.5 years. And I know a lot of you that live in Belize, you really feel like Miss B, Miss Barbara, Miss Bear Pantry is rolling in dough because she got a successful book. I done bought the book off of Amazon for me, my sister, my mama, my baby mama, and everybody else in between. So I know I got Barbara rich and fat because Barbara's selling books. My books are selling more than the other Belize girl, the other McNabb girl that's selling her book. Her book sells less than my book. You know, even my weight loss book here, this sells about 300 books a month. Even this is selling, and I'm not even fighting him over this. I just wanted the money from my cookbooks because I worked hard on that cookbook, guys. I put blood, sweat, and tears into it, and now I have to go to Morris. I don't like what they're offering. I'm going to have to call them because they have a lot of beautiful book covers for you to pick from, but all you can do is drop your title and your subtitle into it, and pretty much your book will look just like anybody else's book, whoever picked that title. I want my book to look like my book, like the way this book looks. This looks like my book. I designed this book cover. And so when you pick the ones where you can upload a picture, they only have 8 options for you to pick from, and each of them is increasingly ugly. They have a lot of browns in the color, a lot of blues. Everybody knows that blue will make you not want to eat. When you want to sell something to do with food, you want red, you want orange, you want yellow, you want these bright colors, these bright warm colors, so people would want to eat and they will want to pick up your book. So I definitely am not liking what I see at Morris, but I'm going to call them. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you have to put a call in and they'll say, oh no, you can do that, girl. You can build your book cover elsewhere and just upload it to the site and we'll slap it on there for you. So if that's the case, then I'm liking what's going on inside of the book because you can build it all at their website. You have the recipes lined up. You can take a look at how it looks and all that stuff. And I'm going to try. I got to do something different. I might end up doing 2 books because I might end up doing the beans and rice book over. I might not call it Beans and Rice in Jesus Christ. I might just go ahead and call it like Belizean Recipes, something to do with Belizean recipes. And then I'll do another book with all the recipes that I've done at the show. I don't know what I'm doing yet, guys. I'm lost. I'm just rambling. So yeah, let me go check on Joe. He's having one of his massive headaches today, and yeah, sometimes it gets really bad when he's out of his Claritin, and the pharmacist is acting stupid because they're like, oh no, we have to talk with your doctor about this Claritin though. They want him to take it 1 a day. He's been taking it 1 a day. So just leave the man alone so he can get his prescription, right? So, or it's not even about the prescription because they get your driver's license when you pick that up. So even if you buy it over the counter, they're monitoring how much you're taking. But he has to take it 1 a day, and he has not been overtaking it, and he has not been giving it away to anybody else. So let me go see what Josh is doing, because you know he has that thing coming up, that interview, and I got to go check on him to see if he has clothes and if he has all the stuff ready. So I'll be back. And of course I didn't come right back because I got busy doing 2 videos yesterday. I had to finish up the review of Cindy Crawford's Meaningful Beauty, and then I also had to make the video to put at the cooking channel. I didn't just record the video yesterday, I also had to edit it yesterday, and I met with a lot of resistance because Joe was over here watching his telenovelas, and at first I didn't want to disrupt him, so I tried to set up shop in the room. That wasn't working because now I have the sewing machine in there, and the backdrop behind me are just like a bunch of cable wires and the lamp that is built into the sewing machine, and when I sit in front of all of that, it looks like all that stuff was growing out of my ears, out of my head. You know, I pay attention to stuff like that, of course. And so it wasn't working, so I came over here and I told Joe, well, I need this spot to do the video. And Joe's like, okay, no problem, you could have the spot. But then he went to go use the bathroom, and he proceeds to the kitchen to make his lunch. I'm like, this is not the vlog. You can't be clinking plates over there. As it is, I'm not liking the sound, the audio for this microphone for this camera, and I'm going to get in there and tweak to see how we can sound better, because Canon, you know, puts out a better audio than this. So I think it's just something I have not set up in the setting. And he's over there clinking. In one of the videos, you can hear the sky rats over there eating the dog food. But I couldn't stop what I was doing to go stop them, so they had their little field day. You guys notice how the birds are dying in Fontana? I mean, people came door to door and was knocking to let us know that if you have any birds, we need to come in and check them because they have Newcastle disease. I'm like, look, we don't got no birds. I didn't even set up my bird feeder yet. Where's my voice going? Let me give you a quick update on Jessica and then I have to get out the door. So remember the one deal fell through with the guy that was going to be a cash offer and she would have to be out in 10 days. And I really feel like that deal fell through because Jessica's realtor went back and tried to counter offer with a little bit higher than the guy had offered, and the guy was probably already having buyer's remorse, and that was it. Boom, the deal was done. So then she had 2 other cash offers, one more viable than the other one, and the second cash offer that she went for, the people said, okay, yeah, you know, we still want it, let's come through the house again, which gave her cause for pause. But they came through, and of course they dropped the offer again, just like the other guy did. So I'm wondering if these people are really being vetted, because how can you just come and make an offer and then when it's accepted you want to come back through and check again and then drop your offer substantially? Jessica already said in all the thing, we're not fixing the house. They can't afford to fix the house, right? So she went back to one of the financed offers, which is something she really didn't want to do because that takes longer and there's more more things can happen, more opportunities along the way that these people can not get the loan from the lender. Jada, do you know that Colin's here?
Yeah, I know, I'm coming.
Okay, yeah, so she went back to one of them and to find out that that person had put in other offers on other houses and stuff. So I don't think that lady's serious. She's been pre-qualified since February. Why has she not found a house to buy it? She might be kind of picky. So I told Jessica, go back to one of the other finance offers that was on the table to see if they're interested. And her realtor was like, let's counter offer with a little bit higher. And I told her, I don't see what you have to lose because they were already coming in low, and if you counter offer and they say no, oh well, just have some more showings. She was just really hoping to get out more quickly because she's buying a house in Arkansas, but it's all contingent upon this house selling. But in the meanwhile, she doesn't want to lose the fee that she paid over there to get the house appraised and inspected, right? So she's overwhelmed, as you can imagine. And I'm seeing what I can do. I'm seeing what I can do to help her. I'm friends with a lot of different realtors, and I'm going to call them and see if they have clients that might be interested in coming through to see this house to buy. And then, you know, maybe they can go on ahead and split the profits with that. That's what's going to happen anyways. The realtors always split the profits. So that's it for this vlog. I'm going to wrap this one up, upload it, and then I will start a new vlog in a little while, all right? I'll see you guys tonight. Bye. Yeah, Daddy, yun na kimono. Yes, papa?